You're it. Ready to go?
Naturally.
To The Upload. In this episode, we're talking about CTOS 3.0, the city operating system that's now powering all of London. For those of you who need reminding, as if anyone does at this point, CTOS was first used in Chicago in 2014 and then San Francisco in 2017 before coming here to London. And every time it's been rolled out, it's been pretty much...
The kidnapper is nearby, carrying on with some unseemly new associates. You should be able to find our missing operative's location on her optic.
What the hell? Huh? What is it now? Got an error that's blocking my access. Great. I'll call it in this time, but I'm not covering for you, got it? Hold on, wait. Bear, is that your problem?
Ah, shit.
Ugh. Where do they find these people?
GPS analysis complete. I've got a bead on our kidnapped operative.
Send the coordinates to my optic.
The fuck is this? Bruv, you ain't even worth the time.
Wait, what was that?
Fuck off! I have a casualty!
Shit!
Let's find this one.
All good here so far.
That's strange.
Employing combat measures. Neutralizing hostile target. target. Engaging target.
Hello. You all right?
Or they disagreed with, they would call it disinformation. That's disinformation, that's fake news. And again, we got in a situation where nobody really believed anything. And the trouble is if you were telling the truth, it's very hard to get your message to cut through all of the noise of all of the information that's there. So like, you know, you remember Out on the Edges, there was this story about when they would take a house by force, they would take any infants and they would crucify them. And that's a great, fantastic,
Auto drive now
viral
enabled.
story. And how do you counter that story? With the truth. Counter it is by saying, no, they didn't. And of course, no one wants to spread that story. No one wants to hear that story. They want to hear the sensationalism. They want to hear how people were victims of violence when in fact they weren't. Or they were victims of insurgent forces when in fact they weren't.
The news isn't neutral, it's a battleground. Here's media researcher and academic Alfie.
The media has, of course, been perhaps the...
Our missing operative is here. Oh, and some armed guards too. Fun.
Totalitarian countries have typically used huge...
Hey, stop! You hear that?
Whilst the digital afforded more fake information, it also makes us suspicious and sceptical of information and makes us question the information we're getting. And I think in pre-crisis Britain, it might not have seemed great at the time, but there was something positive about that there was a lot of distrust in the media and in the different kinds of truths that were being told. Whereas now, I think you're seeing a return to a more traditional and older pre-digital sense, actually, of people just trusting what they're told, and that's why we have to be here with radio stations like this to challenge those conceptions. Most citizens feel pretty hopeless, I think, and unable to fight back against these kind of huge mainstream corporations that... entrench and support the ideas and ideologies of the state. It can seem very hopeless indeed. But I think, you know, the fact that you're out there listening, we're influencing shows that there is still a space to combat these false truths and disinformation that's being sold to us, and that there's completely shut down by all the technologies that they have at their disposal and all the financial and corporate power
and all the physical power, it's never quite possible to shut down we're out here and started that path.
Stupid malfunctioning hunk of junk!
Someone's hacked that vehicle! Find the driver!
Don't look at me! Go!
Lock down this vehicle! Something's up with it!
Expanding the search. I will find bad guys.
Someone's hacking this! Find them!
Yeah, no one here, but I'll keep looking.
Spread out! Somebody's down.
Oh my god! Oh crap! Spread out. Find that twat.
Shit! I found a body!
Lock that vehicle down.
Find the fucker who's hacking the vehicle!
There's nothing here. Moving on.
Dipshit's here. You just have to find them.
Gotta track them down.
Are you supposed to have that?
Get looking. We don't have all day.
Oh, that's it. I'm calling it quits.
No.
Please, help.
Right, get her out.
Making use of that slave labour. Fascism often works.
Seems like you got away. Our friend is back in fighting shape and another enemy at DedSec has been thwarted. Nicely done.
You know, we're looking at all the wrong things when we look at Britain's crisis. There's a lot of concentration.
Spread out and find the bastard!
Fool on my enemies. Fool on my enemies. Let the rain fall on my enemies. Fool on my enemies. Yeah, let the rain fall on my enemies.
Historically, throughout the world, they've been working with this big data manipulation company in order to overthrow governments, and then suddenly all the chickens came home to roost. Nobody could find any receipts for what was paid for. Nobody could figure out how things were done, but everybody had a feeling that something really stunk, and they couldn't figure it out. And yet, it was standing there in their face the whole time. There's a couple of different ways that we got where it is that we are. I mean, one, you have a lot of smaller organizations, smaller power groups, companies as well. who are bending things just a little. Oh, we'll compromise a little bit, we'll bend the rules a little bit, and try to achieve what it is that we hope to achieve that's good for us. And if you add all of that up, what you end up with is a big wall moving in a big way, from a lot of little buttons being pushed. But also there's this other thing that's going on here, is the gathering of data and the analysis of data has authoritarianism contained within its DNA. It is by its nature a tool for authoritarianism. And